His music brings together common histories, cultures, struggles, and spiritual traditions. That's award-winning multi-instrumentalist and composer Azah, who has cemented his place as one of Africa's finest musicians. The Pan Africanist, expert, percussionist, vocalist will headline this year's Fete Dela Musique alongside Brenda Mtambo, Urban Village and BCUC. Well, Azah joins us now in studio to tell us more about his upcoming performance. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good, thank you. I mean, take us back to where drums in particular, and throughout your career, drums have always been there. But take us back to when you were first introduced to drums and how they managed to stay throughout your career.
Yeah, actually, I used to believe that my first encounter with the drum was when I was 8. But little did I know that actually through just a deep understanding of drumming as a modality, that actually from the heartbeat already you are dealing with drumming unconsciously as a black child or people who are, So for me that is the first encounter with rhythm, and the first time I physically have to encounter drum as like letalo and tree is when I was 8. Yes.
What does that childhood look like? What did that childhood look like musically?
Yes. I grew up in a household of healers. So I grew up in a household of, it was a healing space. And drumming was a very central aspect of that situation. And so, Butu and all other things that has got to do with being an African child, almost like this village, you are always surrounded by people. You can almost assimilate character from the people that you see, from how their mannerism, so and so forth. Yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with Dr. Philip Tabane. I suppose we can't even go any further without his involvement and how he shaped the person that you are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think also being, a sideman to, the Malumba ensemble has granted me the highest privilege to date, because I got to learn so much more, that music is just an extension of who we are. There's more to us as people than just this. These are like, the prosthetics, if you like. So it taught me so much, and there's a philosophy also being part of the Malumbo ensemble is that, the emphasis was like, you need to be, it's like a process of being, and I guess that's what I took for me, and I'm able now to assimilate that into the music, because this is the music, the quest for the music is really to find Butu. Yes.
You're also described as a sonic healer.
Yes.
What does that mean, and what does it do in the context of your music?
Yeah, I think, healing, first of all, you have to understand what we are dealing with because of the instrumentation that we use. We're dealing with the tree because of we are using the skin, the cow hide, we are dealing with the cow, So it makes me, it's sort of like, it makes me part of nature, so it does not isolate me, and I don't see myself as important or higher than the cow, nor the tree. So I feel that the music conscientizes and plugs me in with nature, and that's why I take my pride also as an African, son of the soil and my people, and I call forth, I go into our cosmologies and I try to pick out, the greatest points of who we've been as African people, and I bring that into the music.
Yeah. Fete Dela Musique, you're performing there the 18th?
Yes.
What can we look forward to?
You can, I think, but everyone can look forward to, the music that tries to, bring about joy, the excitement, the healing, and we delve deep into the memory of who we are. I mean, the current album,
Yeah.
So of course we go into history and we remember. It's about collective remembrance, you know. We were once great people, and innately there is greatness in us amidst all of the existential crisis that we come from proud people. So there's more to us than, we can't be defined by our problems, you know, as Africans. So for me, you know, that platform of Fete Dela Musique will give me an opportunity to highlight hope about being an African son. Yeah.
Batswadi is also one of your albums. What did that teach you about yourself? Because I imagine with every project,
Yes.
you know, comes a few lessons.
Yes.
What did Batswadi teach you?
Batswadi also was, you know, it was a deep, you know, dive into, you know, because it was also paying homage, you know, to our ancestry, you know, both the living and those that have passed on. So I found Hori, Batswadi, and I mean the highlight of it also was the song Marikana. It was also interrogating what we are becoming or what we've become as a people, you know, Hori. Ukare, we are losing Buthu.
Yeah.
We become what we despise most. And it was also about remembering, but as people, we are better than that.
Yeah.
We can do better, we can behave better, you know, as Bathu. So it's also about Buthu, remembering and honoring, you know, where we come from and where we're going, Afrofuturism.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do we minus ourselves from that? You know, there's so much going on at the moment. You know, people are dealing with a lot, you know. I mean, let's not even talk about the economy, but people are generally dealing with a lot. And you are advocating for us to get back to that spirituality and get back and speak to the ground. How do we get there? Where do we even start?
It's memory. We have to remember. Once again, you know, it's like if you're from the villages and maybe you do a crime, what they would do, they would call kota, you know, and they would call character witnesses. Not to punish you, but to remind you of who you are outside of what you've done. You see? So memory, you know, for us, and also even in our generic memory bank, lies this superiority complex. We come from people who built the pyramids. This is who we are. So if we can remember ourselves at that peak, we will behave better. You see, it will affect how we behave, because we can't behave like you know, just a face in a crowd.
Yeah.
We are kings and queens.
We must believe that.
Yes,
Azah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Multi-instrumentalist, composer, producer, and musical director, cultural activist Azah, taking us through his musical journey and his upcoming performance at Fete Dela Musique, happening on the 18th of June.